Hey there, Facebook. Just clicking the invite button a little bit here. Offer the folks out there in the big wide world a chance to hear some of this propaganda. And if you like to share this out, then we can get a few more viewers. I just wanted to come on and talk with you guys a little bit about honesty, truth, and lies and deception. One of my friends is facing false charges that were brought against her by employees of an oil company. They lied and fabricated a story that is not based on any truth. It's not factual. So they perjured themselves when they made that statement to law enforcement. Perjury is a crime. And if you lie to law enforcement, they can put you in jail. However, law enforcement regularly lies and faces little to no consequences. In fact, law enforcement can get away with things like rape and murder and not have any consequences at all. So something like lying, they really don't have to worry about that too much. However, you and I, we have to be honest. If you're like me and you've filled out job applications recently, then you recognize what I'm talking about. On job applications, there's a line and it says that you certify that all statements you've made are true and factual, and that if you have made any false statements on a job application, then you could go to jail for perjury. The general public is held accountable for misstatements, deceptions, and lies at a much higher rate than government. One of the prime examples of that is, from when I was young, the Iran-Contra scandal. A lot of you folks are younger folks, so you might not remember the Iran-Contra scandal. However, during the Iran-Contra scandal, a very influential and powerful man in our country, the president, was under oath saying that he did not recall. So he didn't have to be honest. He didn't have to be faithful to his oaths. And instead, he was able to lie and deceive the American public about trading guns for hostages. You or I, if we write down a bad address or make a faulty statement about our previous work history, that can land us with felony charges of perjury. Meanwhile, government lies regularly. For instance, when I was arrested, illegally, in my estimation, law enforcement said that I was trespassing. So they already made a false statement. They made a false statement to the judge and they arrested me under false pretenses. If I made a false statement to the judge and arrested someone under false pretenses, I would be in jail for a long, long time. However, these fucking pigs don't have any repercussions for their misbehavior. They're able to lie and fabricate charges, and then they back each other up. So here in Eugene, the police have a record as rapists. The cops here in Eugene rape women. And it's not like a once or twice sort of thing. They have a long history of it. And the city council, the chief of police, and the judges cover up for one another. It's an established, I don't want to say tradition, but it's an established power structure, and that power structure protects itself against potential exposure. However, they're exposed. They have to keep lying in order to maintain a pretext of power. And I myself, I don't have a lot of respect for these guys because they lie. You can't respect people who lie to you. If people lie to you, then you have to try and keep them at arm's length and stay away from them. And if you're going to go anywhere near liars, then make sure you document everything. Everything. Make notes, make recordings, have witnesses, because if you go around liars, they can say anything about you, and it doesn't have to be true. And as long as they have a witness who will collaborate with them and corroborate their lies, then they can lie with impunity and even throw you in jail the way they did Red Fawn, or the way they did me. That there was no cause, so they fabricated cause. There was no there's no crime committed. They had to lie in order to fabricate a crime so that they could hold us on false pretenses. And you know what? The judges will believe the law enforcement every time. They'll believe people who have proven that they're liars on a regular basis and continue to lie. And they'll stand beside the liars instead of standing beside the public they're sworn to protect. So, like, if you're wondering why I don't have a lot of respect for law enforcement, it's because they have proven that they lie. They've proven it over and over again. You know, whether it's Mr. Castile, I think it's Philando Castile, that recently the police officer who shot him in cold blood was proven to be a liar because of his body cam video and because of the Facebook video. You know, or whether it's Eric Garner, or John T. Booker, the wood carver from Seattle, that he's a native man, half deaf. He had his knife inside of a sheath he was carrying with his piece of wood that he carves as he walked away from the police officer. And the police officer lied repeatedly under oath, saying that he felt threatened. Meanwhile, the wood carver is walking away from him with the knife sheathed, not drawn, not brandished, nothing, just walking away. So I just wanted to put this video out there because I think it's really important. It's really important for us to have witnesses when we're going throughout our daily lives, especially people who are considered people of interest. It's really important to have witnesses. You know, after Sacred Stone Camp, after Standing Rock, I carry with me recording devices, backup batteries, and access to the internet at all times. Because I've developed OCD over it. I'm paranoid, not unjustly, that I will be arrested on false charges, and I want to be able to document it in case the fascists come for me, because I don't trust them. They've proven that they're not trustworthy. I just wanted to put this out there for you guys because a lot of you mistakenly go through your daily lives as if you should have trust for the system, as if the system is somehow going to protect you. And in reality, it just protects itself. So don't labor on under some false pretenses that you have equal access to justice. Justice is not for the common citizen, it's for the ruling elite. You know, cases like the case against Red Fawn or the case against Chelsea Manning, you know, they put political prisoners in jail on false charges, lie about them, and then reinforce each other's lies. So if you're a cop caller or a person who, you know, you think Blue Lives Matter, then what you're doing is you're putting your faith in people who are known to betray their oath of office. You're putting your faith in people who are known to deceive the public and deceive judges. They'll go to court, swear an oath on the Bible, saying that they swear to tell the truth, and then lie. And you know what? They have fancy lawyers to uphold their lies. Plus they have, you know, the blue curtain of silence, a pack of other liars and you know, human rights abusers who will stand right next to them, also under oath, and uphold their lies. I just want you guys to think about that. You know, if you are still carrying around faith in this system, if you're still carrying around hope that somehow they can be reformed, just think about that. They lie regularly, and they use their lies under oath in court. So, you know, they come through here every morning. Every single morning, I see them. They come right in here, drink their coffee, sit around and chuckle. And it pisses me off. Because you know what? These guys are proven rapists. It's not even a question of are they rapists? They're proven rapists. And they tolerated rapists inside of their ranks for decades, including a rapist that was caught at the high school sexually harassing children. In Eugene, Oregon, the school law enforcement officer was caught sexually harassing children. Do you think he went to jail for that? Children. Anyhow, I'm gonna go and try and carry on with my day. But I just want you guys to think about the difference between your truth and what happens when you tell the truth, and the truth of supposed authority, and how when authority betrays the truth, they don't face consequences. For instance, Dave Archambault, Dallas Goldtooth, you guys are lying sacks of shit. And that's the nicest thing I have to say about you. I hope someday you have to face the truth, and I hope Morton County has to face the truth too. And after you guys face the truth, then we can move on to reconciliation. But first, there needs to absolutely be truth about what's really going on. And it can't be the fabricated truth that you guys are accustomed to. It has to be the genuine truth about what's really going on. How much money did you take? How many people did you lie about? What lies did you tell? And then after truth, we can have reconciliation. But first we have to acknowledge that there are deceptions and there are lies being told. And after we acknowledge the lies and deceptions, then we can move on with truth and reconciliation. But for now, quit pretending that you're honest, good people, because you're filthy liars. All right, folks. As my friend Lorna Noses Gun says, I gotta go.